to you all. Thank you so much for
Tuesday.
joining. I know, I don't know what day it is. Thank you so much for joining our session today. My name is Dr. Kitiana Lowe. I go by Dr. K, and I'm the Director of Programs and Events here at WeBEC ORV. And I want to go ahead and let me share my screen. I want to welcome you all. Why is that on that screen instead of that one? Technology has not been my friend this week, y'all. Like, Lamonda, I feel like you, no shade. I feel like the old you, no shade.
Say that. I've been getting better year after
Oh, you
year.
have been. I was on a call yesterday while I'm working on this. I was on a call yesterday and my battery died on my mouse as I was facilitating. And so literally, and it was as I was getting ready to share my screen. So I was flipping my mouse on and off just to try to get enough juice to move it over. And
Funny.
then my screen froze on me. It was a mess. It was a
It's
mess.
almost like back in the day when we used to blow on the the games to get that wasn't gonna work, Dr. K. Flick. It
It
was
was not. It did not want to work at all. And I was so irritated. And it got to the point where I said, you know what? I had our facilitator. I said, just go ahead and do introductions around the whole entire room. Let me go get him. Let me go get a battery because the batteries were around the corner in the hallway instead of here at my desk. And I just had to go ahead and eat crow and be honest. So, but that's one of the things I love about being here at WeBEC ORV and being with amazing WBEs like yourselves, because if anybody had something that they thought about it, they didn't say it to my face, so they were okay. But
we're
anyway,
forgiving.
yes. But I want to welcome you to our Women of Color Why Should I Get Certified webinar. This is a chance for non-certified WBEs to come and learn about everything that WeBEC ORV offers and to hear from other women of color about their certification journey. And so before we jump into that, I always like to take a moment to introduce our team here at WeBEC ORV, so that way if you see us out and about, you'll know who we are. Our president and CEO is Dr. Frederica Singletary. Our fractional CFO is Jackie Jordan. Our fractional CHRO is LaCosta Moore. And then our senior director of marketing, communications, and engagement is Courtney Martin. You will all become very, very familiar with our certification team led by our certification director, our director of certification and outreach, Colleen Rudisell, our certification manager, Robbie Moore. And then down here at the end, our certification specialist is Anita Steele. And then on the corporate side, you may not engage with her too much, but we have our corporate engagement manager, Devin Davis, and then our administrative assistant, Morgan McDonald. So we are a mighty, little lean, but mighty team that work diligently to do all things that you need in terms of certification, programs, events, and things of that nature. And then I also like to take a moment to thank our Champion Circle members this year. So our Champion Circle is one of our sponsorship opportunities for this year. So if you do not see your logo on here, and your logo should be on here, definitely want you to reach out to Robbie Moore if you are a WBE. We don't have any corporates on, but our corporates will reach out to Devin Davis. And they will be able to assist you with all of the different sponsorship opportunities that we have at WeBEC ORV for this year. And without further ado, I would like to introduce you all to our moderator for today, Lamonda Dye, who is owner and CEO of LCD Agency Services. She is also the chair. We have a new co-chair. So she's one of the co-chairs. We have a co-chair of our Women of Color program that we have here at WeBEC ORV. So Lamonda, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Even though I did think you did such a great job, thank you so much, Dr. K. And I am happy that I have a co-chair. Let me tell y'all, because I need some help. So thank you guys for joining us. As Dr. K said, I am Lamonda Dye, the owner and CEO of LCD Agency Services and the proud chair of the Women of Color program for WeBEC ORV. You see? I didn't mess up the time, Dr. K. I'm doing pretty good. Little inside joke, you guys. So again, thank you for being with us. We have two fabulous speakers today that are going to share their experiences with us. And I guess we can roll on, Dr. K. So, in our agenda today, we have a few key points to cover with you guys. We're going to talk about WeBank ORV and WeBeck ORV. WeBank and WeBeck ORV, my apologies. What a WBE is, and then the eligibility for becoming a WBE and a WOSB, and we'll explain all this later. The benefits of certification, and of course, me, your moderator, and then our special guests, which are Sylvia Brownlee and Barb Smith. And then we'll talk about the process, a little bit about some costs, some tips and next steps, and then, of course, the upcoming events.
All
This is
right,
you, Dr.
so
K.
let's start. Yep, I was getting off mute. So let's start with WeBank. So we're all familiar, well, you all will become very familiar with WeBank ORV, but WeBank is what I would call like the parent company of WeBank ORV. So WeBank is our national organization. The organization itself is split into 14 different RPOs or chapters. And WeBank ORV is one of those chapters. So as you can see in this photo here, all the different colors are the different RPOs that we have that make up the WeBank network. WeBank offers certification for women-owned business. We are actually the largest certifying body of women-owned businesses. So kudos to WeBank for that. There are 20,000, more than 20,000 certified WBEs nationally. And we also, as an organization, have over 550 corporate members. One thing that we shared, I think in our last call, we realized is that WeBank does also have chapters in like Hawaii and Puerto Rico. So like we are really spread out really far. So if you know folks who are all across the country, all across the US, definitely that have a women business, they're women business owners, they'll want to look into getting certified. Now, so WeBank ORV. So we are WeBank ORV. Our chapter handles Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia. Our vision is to be the premier resource for women-owned business development, and our mission is to lead through an innovation, collaborative, and engaged group of corporates, governments, WBEs, and advocates. So, like I said, we take care of Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia. We provide certification, business training and development, networking, as well as matchmaking, both with corporates as well as with other WBEs. So within WeBank ORV, we have over 1,100 certified WBEs, and we have more than 80 corporate members.
It's like those numbers are climbing, Dr. K. See, yeah, just remember, I don't even remember how long I've been certified now. Barb, I know you've been certified longer than me. I know you've seen those numbers kind of increase, in time too, which is an awesome thing. So what is a WBE? A women's business enterprise, commonly known as or referred to as a WBE, is a woman-owned business that is certified by WeBank. A WBE refers to the business, not the individual. Uh, these are a little faded, Dr. K, so I might need your help because I can't see the end. But let's go over the certification eligibility. So first, you have to be a for-profit independent business. You must be 51% owner, managed and controlled. So as a woman or women, female owners or owner are U.S. citizens or legal permanent residents. And then female owner or other women hold the highest office in the business. I'm going to try to tough this next one out. Owner displays evidence of legal and management control. And let me see here if I can make out the other one.
Last two if you need me to. This one here,
Yeah, I can't see that one.
you're fine. Owner displays evidence of contribution of capital and or expertise. And then the very last one, which today it's being like remember growing up when you had that like invisible pin, right? That's what this last one is being for today for some reason. The business demonstrates independence and its ability to function on its own. So we want to make sure that you are an independently owned business.
Thank you for that, Dr. K.
Of course.
So that's our certification eligibility. Next slide, please.
One thing as you're going through this, before you talk about WOSB, I do want to draw attention to the fact that for WeBank ORV and for WeBank, excuse me, we do not have any size, industry, or length of time business requirement. So you could have started your business yesterday and go ahead and apply to get certified today. That's one of the great perks of WeBank certification. We're here to really help you grow in your business, not to expect for you to have everything figured out before you join us.
Is an awesome thing in itself, especially in the beginning, to have a support system in that way. So the WOSB, as I call it, certification. It's almost like a two for one. You can get your WOSB certification and WBE certification at the same time. And what WOSB stands for is Women Owned Small Business Certification. So I always tell everybody, why not go ahead and grab that while you're getting your WBE? So I call it just, a little bonus. Why not? Doesn't cost you anything extra. Next slide, please. Thank you. Certification benefits. You have access to supplier diversity and procurement executives, and then the WeBank Link 2.0. This is a place where you can find training, workshops, search for other WBEs, sometimes some corporates, formal and informal opportunities to pursue business, access to networking events and programs I've already kind of stated, eligibility for regional and national awards and recognition, use of women-owned logo. Let me tell you guys, I love seeing the women-owned logo. Like, I'm in the stores and I'm looking for it. I know it sounds a little crazy, but I love seeing it. It's like I don't know, gives a little bit of, validation. So I'm encouraging you guys to look for that logo. So you'll get use of the women owned logo and Women Business Enterprise Seal as a marketing tool, community of support from other female business owners and like-minded professionals. And then WeBank has an MOU with the state of Ohio. So, which that just basically means that this certification is recognized by the state of Ohio. So now, without further ado, I would like to introduce our first speaker, Miss Sylvia Brownlee, and I will allow you to introduce yourself.
All right. Thank you, Lamonda. I'm Sylvia Brownlee, founder and CEO of Skin by Brownlee & Co. We are a skincare company based in Cincinnati, Ohio, that focuses on corrective skincare and helping women increase their self-esteem and confidence all over the world.
Is awesome. Thank you so much for the introduction. If you would not mind speaking about your certification process and your experience with WeBank ORV so far. Well, first, I'm sorry. How long have you been certified, Sylvia?
Oh, good questions. I've been certified, I think, since 2022.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I know it's at least 2022. And the process was fairly easy in regards to I did everything online. So my certification was online. We were coming off of COVID back then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things were still being done online. And I spoke to Robbie. Colleen was super helpful with my paperwork. That was a little challenging because it's a lot, right? And so you got to make sure you have the right paperwork and answer the questions the right way. But once I got that and got certified, it was something that I noticed people asking, do you have a certification? Are you a certified business? And so two of the big things where this certification was very helpful was when I launched on Target.com. That was a question that they asked me was, are you a certified business? And I had to send proof in of that. And that's something that they keep on file. And then the other major impact in my brand was I was able to refinance the building at 1.5% interest rate. So that was huge. I mean, if that's not enough, I don't know what else to tell you.
I know. I'm like, wow,
Yeah,
yes. That's
yeah.
awesome.
So
Thank
I'm
you for that.
excited to have that certification. And I'm excited to get a little bit more involved and see what else is out there with being certified.
Good. Looking forward to that for you as well. So I have a follow-up question. So I heard you say that the paperwork for certification, it was, a little tough. Can you speak to the group about, or can you give any pointers on preparing for certification?
Sure. So luckily, I had all the documents because, it's things that you use when you file your taxes and things like that, and your capability statements. So I had them readily available. It was just making sure you upload them properly, making sure you have them in the correct files. So I would say make sure if you're getting ready to apply for this certification that you have everything ready to go so that you don't have to go searching for it. So you can kind of fill it out, fill that document out in real time, get all your folders together on your desktop and just be able to upload everything from your bank statements and, get with your tax returns, things like that, because you're going to definitely need that. And if you're not keeping track of that, you definitely should be.
It's a good time to get on track, right?
Yes, as it'll make you get on track. This is something that sometimes a lot of us kind of sweep under the rug and think, "Oh, I don't need to do that. I don't have an accountant," but you really do. Like, I try to start how I want to finish and try instead of trying to figure it out later.
That I like that. Um, what has your overall experience been with WeBec RV participating in different workshops and conferences and things like that?
Well, if I'm being honest, I haven't participated in a ton. But when I met you, Lamonda, I mean, you didn't make that possible to no longer participate with all the emails that you send and keeping us informed as to what's going on. So this webinar today, and then next month, I'm going to Columbus to participate in an event that they're having up there, which I'm excited about. I think I'll be a speaker on the panel up there as well. So pretty excited about that opportunity. And again, looking forward to how I can get more involved with the WeBank community.
So good. I'm glad I made an impact on
Yes,
your
absolutely.
Well, that is one thing I tell people when they reach out, about or once they are certified, it's, get involved because, really simply, you don't know how good it is until you get in, right? You just kind of have to get in there and then, and if you have too much people and going on, then you can always back up a little bit, but you got to get in there to, get the full experience. And my last question for you, Sylvia, is, are you using the seal on your products?
No, on my products, like the boxes.
Yeah, or any of your I just thought about that because I know you have product and I was
Yeah,
thinking about that woman on, so I don't know, maybe you should think about that.
That's a good
Mhm.
point.
Yes, I was looking at this water bottle that I oh, you can't see it.
You can't see
Nope,
it.
you can't see it. Sorry, good
Uh-uh.
old technology. I'm looking at this water bottle that I have. And I can't think of the name of the company, but it's a certified WB, not within our RPO. I was at Dollar General, which I'm never at Dollar General, and
Uh-huh.
was getting Valentine's candy, and I saw the seal first, and I bought
Ah,
it because of the
recognizable
seal. And it was only
marketing.
like,
That's smart.
Yes,
but yes, yes, you should definitely consider that.
Okay. Yeah, definitely
yes,
consider
yes.
that.
All righty. Well, thank you so much, Sylvia.
My pleasure.
Without further ado, I would like to introduce Miss Barb Smith, I'm sorry, President of Journey Still. Please introduce yourself, Miss Barb Smith.
Thank you, Lamonda. I was just getting really excited listening to Sylvia. I forgot that you were going to call on me next, and I was just sitting back like, yeah, okay, this is good. So, yes, I'm Barb Smith, president of Journey Steel. Journey Steel is a self-performing steel fabrication and erection company that added drone technology in 2021. Yeah, so yeah, 16 and a half years old. Like I said, I've been sitting back. I was just sitting back listening to Sylvia. So that's my introduction.
No, that's all right. I've got a question for you. So, how long have you been certified?
I have been certified, and I got to cheat because you asked Sylvia, so I went back. So, and I'm closer now. I've been certified either 14 or 15 years. I believe it was 2011.
Woo, the
And
seasoned WBE. I love the seasoned
yeah, I like when you say
WBE.
seasoned and not old, but I'm
Yes.
old.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I
But I'll
learned
take some
once I turned
season.
50, and because before I used to say things with the word old in them, not anymore. I'm like, let somebody call me old.
You
So
know what? It's a blessing. I hit 60. I'm in that next decade, so I'm excited. I'm like,
love it,
yeah.
love it, love it. Yeah, so I have a newfound respect for that word. So you won't hear me using it. So you're seasoned, right? Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, well, salt, pepper, hair, seasoning. Okay, but anyway.
Can you please speak to how you've leveraged your certification for business?
Okay, I'll begin with my background, which just full transparency, as you and Dr. K were talking in technology, and even though we do drone technology, that's my son. That's the next generation. I'm the Flintstones. He's the Jetsons. I'm good to just be able to turn on the phone, find the unmute button. So one of the ways that I've been able to leverage my certification, if you notice in my look in the backdrop, it says WEBAC Supplier Readiness Accelerator. So I am in an accelerator program that I would not have had the opportunity to be in if I was not certified as a woman-owned business. And as Dr. K has already talked about with the RPOs and the 14, ORV is the best one, but there are 13 others. And part of the leveraging of this is that I'm able on the national front. So this is this particular program I'm in now is being sponsored and ran by Amazon. So Amazon, of course, was one of the corporations we're looking to get into on both the steel side and the drone side. So this gives me one-on-one, 14 on one time with everyone in there every Wednesday for 2 hours. And after we do this program, then we get a one-on-one. Meeting with Amazon. So being able to leverage the certification that opens doors that I may not have been able to get in, having that target list of the clients or customers that I'm going after. As Dr. K had shown, there was 22,000 sisters now across the nation and over 550 corporations. And it truly is a sisterhood, not just in our RPO, which we have a great one and we're tight, but it puts me in the room of 22,000 strong, because when you get in there and you're leveraging and you get to know the people, not saying I know all 22,000, but I know enough that someone else is speaking about. So it's an advocacy that happens and being able to be in a room before I even get in a room that someone has heard about Journey Steel. And so that's also how I've leveraged it by getting involved. I love to be involved. And like I said, I do believe, I don't know if it changed Dr. K or not, but I thought when I first got certified, you had to be in business a year before you could be certified. So the fact that there's no time limit now, that's even better. And Sylvia alluded to it as well, like Lamonda, that support system, being out there, engaging, you're not alone. If you're a solopreneur or whatever, you're no longer a solopreneur when you become a WBE, because now you have a sisterhood that knows that the struggle is real, because it is a struggle. Thank God for the victories, but more likely you got more struggles than victories, no matter how long you've been in business, because the more you climb, the more challenges that come. So I've been able to leverage the certification, and they're going to mute me in a minute here, Paula and Chris. I'm sorry. That's why they were like, okay, Barb, we know you don't know how to work your mic, so we're going to mute you so we can get through all this. But I've leveraged my
Not true.
certification by opening doors that I may not have been able to get in before, because I'm a firm believer in, I don't care how I get in there, because once I'm in there, they're going to use my services, because we're able to perform, produce. But if it takes the certification just for them to pick up the phone and let me in a meeting, I leverage it that way.
Like that. I do. So, have a couple more questions for you. So, what has your overall experience been with Webeck ORV and your feelings about it? I know that you are very involved because I've experienced no matter what room I'm in or if it's affiliated with Webeck ORV, if I say Barb Smith, everybody's like, Smith. What has your overall experience been and your feeling about Webeck ORV?
My overall experience has just been phenomenal. I mean, there is no other organization. I mean, take advantage of the fact if you are a woman running a business, take advantage of the fact that you can become certified because, again, it is a sisterhood and it opens your eyes. You know, everybody has their quote unquote business plan written or not. You know, why you started your business, your passion, and why recreate the wheel. There are different sisters on different levels in their business that have been through different things, and it truly is a sisterhood. I mean, is everyone in there one of the good girls you want to be a part of? Of course not. But the ones that get involved, those are the ones that are truly there to support you and build, lift you up, clap with you, cry with you, and truly help. I mean, so it has been a phenomenal experience. That's why I continue to get involved. That's why I'll continue to do anything that I can for RRPO and on the national level. And, if I can learn how to stick a seal on my steel, I would. But like
No,
Lamonda
you
was
would.
saying, when I go to a store, it's like I smile. I'm like, I have nothing to do
Too.
with the product. But when I see that woman on steel and Sylvia getting
No.
on products,
Mhm.
because it draws you there, and it's like, that's my sister. And if it's somebody that I
Yes.
really know, that's great. And if it's not somebody I know, I'm looking them up,
Yes.
like, okay, this is somebody, this is the sisterhood, and say, hey, your marketing is working. But think about it, if you're sitting there, you got a decision to make, and one has a woman on seal and the other one doesn't,
Hmm.
and they look comparable, I'm gonna go with that woman on seal. So I get excited when I
Yes.
see women on. And like I
I
said,
get
if I can stick some on my steel one day, I'm gonna do it. But normally it gets covered up. But
yeah.
I don't even remember the question, but I know I'm
It's
excited
okay.
about
You
it.
answered it. Your enthusiasm just took over everything. It's okay. But
Okay.
I feel the same way. I saw it's called buzz balls. There's a mixture of alcohol and some other stuff and I saw the seal on that. And I'm not so much of a buzz ball drinker, but you know what? I bought a huge one because it had that one logo on there. And then when Christmas came, I just gave it to all my guests at my house because I don't really drink it, but I bought it just because I wanted to support. So, like you said, the sisterhood, and I was proud to see that seal. And my last question to you, Barb, is I know it's been a little bit ago, but the certification process for you. Can you give any tips or pointers with certification process?
Sophie already hit it. It was a while ago. I needed to find out, when did I take my dog out last? What was my son's shoe size when he was born? I mean, it was painful way back when. But Sylvia hit the nail on the head when she said these are things that you just need to, for your taxes and different things. So it is an arduous process in the beginning, but it's all the documentation you should already have. And so it's helping you to make sure that you're getting your stuff in order and in place. Once you're able to do that, whatever other certification you may be able to go after, I don't know if you're minority or veteran or whatever. Once you go through it and get all your backup, it's painless after that. But it's documents, like Sylvia said, that you should have anyway. So start gathering your information. And I think Sylvia said it as well too. You don't have to have your outside accountant or your law firm or whatever. These are things that you should know with the eligibility. You own and control your business. So get control of it now. And even before you're certified, you have people on this call us. We will help you. You don't have to be certified to be my sister. Okay, I'm gonna put it out there. If I'm in a room with you and everything like that, that you'll find that within the network, these events that you attend. Call someone, make a connection. We want to support the sisterhood. We want you to succeed. That is real. It's not fluff. I'm not going to say, oh, are you certified? And you ask me a question, you say no, I'm going to hang up on you. That's never going to happen. That's what the WBE is about. It truly is trying to see women succeed. So get your paperwork together. It is stuff that you need, but don't do it by yourself. I've helped another sister, that they've come to the events. I thought they were certified. They're not certified. And it's like, why not? And then they call me up. They call me on the carpet. They say, hey, you said you would help. And I have helped, So don't do it by yourself. Yes, it's a lot, but it's stuff that you already need. And once you get it, just keep it. And then the recertification process, they don't care about, when I walk my dog last after that, and if they did, I still have that down there. So it is a lot of paperwork, but as Sylvia said, it's stuff you already needed to know anyway. And don't wait to try to get everything right before you go through the certification process. We're here to help.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Oh, there she is.
I'm sorry, I was trying to sneak and
You were
turn
trying
on
to
my
mute.
fan.
You were trying to mute me, and you muted yourself instead. That's okay.
No, it was not. I was trying to turn on my fan because I'm having one of those warm moments, and I was like, I gotta turn this fan on. Gotta get it on. So, thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
This is so good. Next, we're going to talk a little bit about the application process. I know both Sylvia and Barb have talked about it a little bit, but just to give you an idea about the process, the entire process is going to take about 3 to 4 months, depending upon the complexity of your business. But you will do recertification every single year. And so with that certification process, they're going to determine if you're eligible. Those things that Lamont talked about earlier. Are you, 51% or more women ownership and all of those types of things. They're going to make sure that you've compiled all of your required documentation. As Sylvia and Barb talked about, you made sure that you've got your folder with all of your dog's information and how many teeth he has in that file folder. So that way, when they ask you that question, you're like, hey, I've got that document right there, right? You're going to complete your application online. So you're going to upload all of the documents, answer all the questions that our search team is asking you. Be sure to watch out for if the certification team has any additional or follow-up questions. You'll get those notifications about that. That could delay your certification process. If they sent you an email asking for clarification or saying that you're missing a document and you don't respond for 3 weeks, don't turn around week 4 and say, how come my application hasn't been approved yet? Because you took 3 weeks to give them the information. So go ahead and make sure that you stay on track with responding. Search wouldn't say it that way, but that's just me. Make sure that you stay on track with responding to their questions. And then once you've completed your application, they've completed their review of the application. They will review the application and a site visit will be scheduled. Our site visits, now that COVID is over, we have both in-person and virtual site visits. The vast majority of our site visits are virtual, especially if you have like a home-based business or something like that. We're not coming to your door asking to walk in through your kitchen. But depending upon the type of business that you have, they may require an in-person site visit. And then once that site visit is finished, the certification team completes their review and they make a certification determination. And then that's it, you're in. So once your site visit is completed, please allow about 30 days for notification of the final decision as to whether or not you're being certified. And then Lamont is going to talk a little bit about our pricings.
Believe we said that would be.
Is it still me? You want me to take it? I'll take it. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, I think you were closing out and then.
It's okay. It's all right. You're right. Okay. So the cost to apply is based upon 5 tiers. So it's based upon your annual gross revenue. So if your annual gross revenue is under $1 million, the cost is $350. If your annual gross revenue is 50 million plus, the cost is going to be $1,250. If you fall in the middle, as you see, your cost falls in between. One of the great things that I always like to let our women of color know is that we do have a handful of scholarships for women of color. So please do not let this cost keep you from becoming certified. For your first year, so your initial certification, if you're approved for one of those scholarships, we can help you with that. For the rest of the years, that's on you. Make sure you put that 350 to the side so that way you have it for your research and things like that. But if you are in need of financial assistance, please be sure to send me an email and I'll connect you. I'll provide you with a scholarship application so that way you can apply for that scholarship to help you with that certification process. Like I said, please do not let cost be the reason why you do not apply for your WeBank ORV certificate or your WeBank certification. Okay, Lamonda, now it's you.
Okay, certification tips and next steps. So, register for the next Becoming a Certified WBE webinar, which is March the 5th. Visit the I always get these confused, website for a deep dive into the process and required documents. Make sure your bylaws, agreements support your female control. I have spoken to a couple of potential WBEs where that was an issue for them. So if there's other owners in your company, I encourage you to get on top of that now. Be flexible when it comes to scheduling your site visits, and note that the entire process, like Dr. K said, takes approximately 3 to 4 months. Apply, get approved, and become a part of this amazing, I'm going to say, sisterhood of WBEs, piggybacking off of Barb Smith. um, I also want to throw in there, and I usually do this early in the beginning. I speak a little bit about my experience with being a WBE within WeBank ORV because I believe that my experience is very unique. My company is primarily home care, and in the beginning, I didn't feel like there was a space for me because it was so heavy consulting or goods, people, selling goods or, the food industry, right? Basically, no, healthcare. But because of the sisterhood and the networking and the feel of the overall organization, it encouraged me to stay and want to be a part of it. So it no longer matters to me anymore that most times I'm the only home care, agency, in the room, because I still feel a part of the organization and that sisterhood. I've never been a part of an organization where almost every woman I meet wants to do business with me, or they want to find somebody, or I know this person or that person or whatever. I've never had that experience, and I've been in business 15 years. So it's an amazing feeling to have, especially if you are a solopreneur. So just wanted to throw that out there to you guys. So be encouraged. And like Barb said, we're all here to help you through the process. I think
Yeah,
the
I
next slide
agree.
was
The next slide is survey and wrap up. So I want to go ahead
gotcha.
and pause and do two things. One, especially since we've got a small group today, Paula and Chris, if you're able to come on screen, and I would love for the two of you to have take just a quick moment and introduce yourself and introduce your business to us. And then also we want to provide the opportunity to answer any questions that you may have regarding certification or anything else that we've talked about today.
Good morning, ladies. My name is Paula Washington, and I have two businesses actually. That one is graphic marketing and graphic design company that I am a part of. My daughter's actually the owner and founder of it, and I am one of the VP. I'm the VP in that organization. In her company, and I also have my own home-based travel business that has grown big time, and I shouldn't say big time, but it has grown and it's continued to grow. And so I'm looking into the certification information so that for both of the companies. So
Wonderful.
Thank you
Pleasure
for being
meeting
here, Paula.
you. Paula, where are you located?
I am in Texas. I just moved here from Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay. Okay. And Chris, what about yourself? I think Chris might be frozen.
Yeah, she's frozen.
I think she's working on it.
Yeah.
There she is. No, you're just muted. Nope, we can't hear you.
Okay.
You're not muted though.
Maybe you're just in a bad area.
Maybe she tries keeping her camera off and talking. I know normally
That's true.
sometimes.
I know
I know
that does
sometimes
work
with my
sometimes.
car, if my car is connected, the
Oh,
Bluetooth, sometimes it doesn't act right.
it's like all bad.
Good old technology.
I know. It's like a gift and a curse.
It is. We'll
Sometimes
come
I want
back
to
to
turn
Chris.
my car thing off. It seems loud sometimes.
You know, there's a volume button, right?
I do know that.
Oh man. While Chris is working on that, sorry. This is us. This is
It is.
WeBack ORV. This is WeBack ORV.
Looks like
Um,
she's working on it.
yeah, she's working on it. Let's see.
Hello?
Yes.
Hmm.
Listen, I'm like you. The technology is like, I do this all the time. Why is this not working?
Hey, Chris, let's
But
start out on a good note now. We're
I
not gonna
know. That's what I'm saying. Let's do
talking
this.
about me and my technology already.
Right.
Look at this sisterhood. This is
It's a hot
crazy.
mess. But thank you so much. I'm so glad that I was able to catch this Zoom. Someone actually told me about this organization last year before I launched, and I just happened to go on Monday because I was like, okay, I have time, I can do that now. But basically, I'm a hairstylist, 25 years, and I started a gray hair beauty brand. It's called Slate Strands. I'm an early grayer. I was having such a hard time finding great quality products, and also having just the community that helped me embrace the gray hair. It was all age driven, so my business is basically helping women feel confident as they age. I've always been a support system in the last 25 years, and being in this space is so amazing because the women are so thankful and they're so supportive of a brand because you just don't see it. It's not very common for anyone to even want to champion the gray hair aging. So that is my business. We just launched in September and I'm so excited.
You
Where are you
located,
at? I'm
Chris.
taking over this call. Sorry.
Yes,
Where are you at,
and
Chris?
we met you. I met you. Well, I didn't get to meet you, but we were at the me and my husband are both entrepreneurs, but we were invited at the Martin Luther King Center with Kevin Boyce. It was like something like maybe before
Hmm.
Christmas. And
Hmm.
so when I saw you were on there, I'm like, yes, I met her. But I'm in Columbus, Ohio. I'm
Okay.
born and raised. Yeah, I can see my information. It's going really well. Right now, I'm just more so doing a lot of outreach within my own community, and then we're doing a lot of vending spaces, and that's how I'm kind of meeting everyone. But everyone already knows, me because I did here, and I had a salon. I still have a salon in the Short North, so yeah, it's going great.
That's
I love
normal.
it.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Yes. Glad you could join us today, Chris.
Me too.
All right, let's wrap up. I have just a couple more slides to share. So the first thing I want to share is a QR code for our survey. I know we have all had technological issues today, so if you can't scan this right now, that's okay. You will be receiving a recap email that will have a link to the recording of this video so you can laugh at us all over again because that's all we've done today. It will have a link to the PowerPoint deck so that way if you want to be a little bit more professional and just review the information, you can do that. And then it will have a link to this survey as well. So regardless of whether you fill it out now or whether you fill it out later, we do just ask that you do fill the survey out because that provides us with feedback that we need so we can make ourselves better. And then as the director of programs and events, I would be remiss if I did not take any opportunity to make sure that you all are fully aware of the programs and events that we have coming up within the next month or so. So we do have our coffee break on March 4th. That is a Wednesday. It's the first Wednesday of every month at 10 a.m. And it's a really great chance to bring your coffee, your tea, your water, your whatever it is that you happen to be drinking. What were those things? Buzz bombs? What were those things called again?
Buzz
Don't
balls. When
don't
people
bring
want
that
to
at 10
drink
a.m.
those early.
But bring whatever it is that you're drinking at 10 a.m. Our coffee breaks are a really great opportunity to network virtually. And it's always focused on a different topic. And so those are really great. There's one March 4th, there's one April 1st. If you scan this QR code, it's going to take you to our events page, and you can register you can see all of our events and register for everything there.
Wait, I
Then
have a
I will
question.
also,
Do
yeah, go
they
ahead.
have to be certified to participate in the coffee
Coffee
break?
breaks? No. Nope.
Okay.
Anybody can join coffee breaks.
Okay.
One of the perks of certification, so I won't go deep into it, but you see on March 11th we have that doing business with KeyBank. That's one of the perks that we offer our certified business owners is an opportunity to meet with our corporate members in a small group setting. That's when our corporates are sharing about their commitment to working with women-owned businesses like yourself. They're sharing how to navigate their platforms. They're sharing upcoming opportunities they may have and things like that. So since the two of you are not certified yet, that's not something you can participate in. But once you get certified, definitely that's one of our webinar series that you can participate in. We do have on March 18th our WB Connect. It's our first Connect of the year. Our WB Connects are in-person networking opportunities. This one is going to be in Cleveland. So Paula, even though you're not in Cleveland anymore, you can tell all of your Cleveland friends to show up on March 18th because we would love to meet them. And when they come, they can just tell us that, hey, we know Paula Washington and she was on the webinar with you, and we'll say, okay, now come on in.
You don't
But
have
we
to
will
be
have
certified to attend that either.
Nope. Those are open to both certified and non-certified WBEs. But it's a really great opportunity to begin to get to know folks who are in the network, as well as ask questions about becoming certified, and just really mix and mingle with other WBEs. And then the last thing that I'll talk about, I'm actually going to go to the next screen for, it's March 20th. Sylvia talked about this a little bit. This is our annual Woman of Color event. So we do this every year. It is in Columbus, Ohio. It is going to be Friday, March 20th from 8 to 3:30. Bold and Brilliant is actually one of my favorite events that we have, and I plan all of the events that we have. But Bold and Brilliant is is my favorite event. It is for women of color and allies, both men or non-women of color, that will be in the room. We've got keynote speakers. We have the beauty and wellness panel, as Sylvia is a member of. There are networking and resource table opportunities. For our certified WBs, we do have some roundtable opportunities as well, but that's not something that our non-certified attendees will be able to participate in. Registration is going to close on March 1st. I'm saying that especially for our certified WBs who are on the call. They're going to email me later and say, when's it close? March 1st. So
Ready,
please make
registered.
sure you go ahead and get registered. Yes, Lamanda, you are registered. I saw that the other day. Good job.
I'm usually
We
the
would
late
love,
bird.
yes, you are. We would love to see you all there. Share this with other women in your network in Columbus, Cincinnati, Cleveland, or wherever. This is going to be a phenomenal event this year. Lamanda is going to talk a little bit about the prelude party that's going to take place the day before, if you want to go ahead and talk about that.
So if you guys are looking to do something fun before the Bold and Brilliant Conference, the Women of Color program is putting on the Prelude Party, which is going to include, of course, food, but we've wrangled together a perfume bar for you guys. So you get to make your own scents while you are there. So again, if you're looking to do something fun, something different, we thought it was a very unique activity, to do, and also an opportunity for us to network with each other before the conference. So if you scan that code there, once you go through the registration process, there are prompts in there that will ask you if you want to purchase a ticket for the prelude party, and of course, you'd select that, and then you could be, a part of the prelude situation. And I look forward to seeing you guys at either the prelude party and or both.
Yes, definitely. And then a couple of last things I want you to go ahead and save the dates for. On May the 13th is going to be our Women of Distinction Awards luncheon. That's going to be in Cincinnati. And then Catch the Wave is our annual conference that we do. And we rotate the locations. So this year it's going to be in Louisville, Kentucky. It's August 24th and 25th. So definitely save those dates on your calendar now. Those are going to be two another really great opportunities. Catch the Wave. We've got keynote speakers. We've got workshops. We have our Trailblazer Award dinner. And so that's a really great event to go to as well. And who doesn't want to go to Louisville? Louisville will be fun as well.
Always fun.
Yes. And with that, that's the last thing that I have. Do either of you ladies have any additional questions at all? Nope. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day with us today. We look forward to your application being submitted. Don't forget to shoot me an email if you need assistance with a scholarship. I'm actually going to drop my email address into the chat right now. WBECORB.org. If you are in need of that, please send me an email and let me know. I will say, Paula, that I know that scholarship is specifically for us here at WeBEC ORV. With you all not being, I don't know where your daughter's located, but if your company is going to be based in Texas, then we'll want to connect you with the RPO in your area so you can get certified through them. The process is going to be the same. The scholarship just would not necessarily apply, but it really all comes down to if your company is an Ohio-based business or if it's going to be a Texas-based business. So if you have any additional questions about that, definitely shoot me an email and I can connect you with Robbie and we can work through all those details with you.
I was just wondering, this is Chris, like, where do you get the information for the events if I wanted to attend? Is it online or?
Yeah, so if you I'm gonna drop, because Chris, I know you're in your phone and on your phone. Let me drop the link to our events page
Okay,
into the chat. And that events page is going to take you to our events calendar. And you can find every event that we have on that events
perfect.
calendar. You
Okay,
can also follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and we are on LinkedIn. That's where we're the most active, those two platforms. And you can see everything that we have going on there.
okay,
And then there's
perfect.
an option on the website to sign up for our newsletter as well. It goes out
Okay,
the third Wednesday of every month, if memory serves me correctly. And so that's a really great way to see everything that's going on at WeBEC ORB, as well as there'll be stuff from nationals and oftentimes some things from the community and Courtney puts all kind of great tips and stuff in
Yeah,
there as
I
well.
love the newsletter. You're
Amazing.
perfect. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
welcome.
Can I make a comment?
You sure can.
I was just following up when you told Paula, because we really do have the best RPO, and after you get certified in Texas, you can continue to attend our events and different things like that. You don't have to be certified in Ohio to attend our Ohio events when they say you have to be certified.
That is correct. Yeah,
Certification crosses
Yeah.
for all the RPOs.
Yeah. Thank you
So
for
if you
mentioning
have,
that.
once you get certified in Texas, if that's where your business is, and they're not doing stuff, they're not as much fun as we are, come back with us. Okay.
Point right away. And a lot of the stuff we do is virtual, so you can do all that stuff too. Yes, thank you for bringing that up. We do have full reciprocity throughout the RPO. So even if you happen to see some things that are happening in other RPOs outside of ORV or Texas is actually broken up into 2 or 3 different RPOs just because of how large it is. But there is always the opportunity to mix and mingle. I always suggest to do both just because, as the director of programs and events, I would hate if nobody wanted to come to my stuff just because somebody else's is great. But we know that everything that we do is wonderful. So I'll share the wealth and say, get to know the people locally as well, because if you need some boots on the ground type stuff, they could help you with that because we're not there. But everything else, definitely, you're always welcome here at WeBEC ORV. Perfect. All right, ladies, I'm going to give you about 5 minutes back. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye.